Everyone, Tina Hogan Grant here. I am finally doing a solo live. I have not done one of these in a while, so I'm looking forward to hanging out with everyone and chatting with you and catching up with you, and of course, talking about my latest book, Daughter's Secret. I'm going to be talking a lot about that today and giving you some updates of what is going on and what to expect next. So if you can see me or hear me, pop on in the comments and say a howdy and let me know where you are from. I'm going to be here for probably about an hour or until I get tired of talking. But if you can see me or hear me, I can see that Janet is here. Hello, Janet. Thank you for joining me. It's been a while since I have done one of these solo chats. I have been so busy, but I wanted to take some time out and just catch up with you guys and see how everyone is doing. And of course, give you some updates on my latest book that is going to be coming out soon. And I see that Elaine is here. Hey, Elaine, how you doing, my girl? I'm glad that you survived your storms. I can't believe the photos that you posted, but I'm glad you're doing okay. You told me today that it is windy, so be safe out there. We have here, it's kind of breezy, but nothing like what you're getting in Kansas. But I think it's about 80 degrees today. And we have Karen here. Hello, Karen. Good to see you. Elaine says she's made it back from the store. Renee is here. Hey, Renee. Good to see you. I have to say, I've missed these solo chats that I have been sticking to a schedule of the last Friday of every month. But with this book that has taken up a lot of my time, and I'm also going to put Jack in there too, that I have just not been able to schedule them. So I am so sorry. But I told myself today, even though it's the middle of the month and not the last Friday, that I was going to make some time and get online and just hang out with you guys and see how you are all doing. And of course, give you some updates on my latest book, which I'm super excited about. I'm going to be reading an excerpt for you from the book and giving you some insights on it. I see Carol is here from Wisconsin. Good to see you, Carol News. I'm glad you are here. So, yeah, so it's the middle of the month, but once this book is released, my schedule will be able to get back to normal and I will be able to schedule these chats at the end of the month. I like doing them at the end of the month because for me, it's easy to remember. I just remember that last Friday of the month, I'm going to do my solo chat, but I have been all over the place working on this book. It has taken a lot longer than all of my other books. I'm not sure why. I think I just have so much going on because I'm also now doing workshops at a local indie bookstore. And they're a lot of fun actually. It's for self-publishing authors. I'm doing a workshop there, and I'm doing it every 2 weeks, teaching indie authors on how to self-publish. And I've done it 17 times with 17 books, so I think I have a little bit of knowledge behind that. But I'm enjoying the workshops, and it's a lot of fun. And the indie bookstore is so supportive of my books, and of course other indie books too. Karen says you've missed him too. Yeah, I'm going to try and get back on schedule after this book is out. But of course, I'm going to be talking a lot about this book and what I have planned as far as the release goes. Elaine says she's missed them too. If you have any questions about the book, go ahead and put them up. I've not really been online talking about this book a lot because behind the scenes work has been a lot. I don't know why this book has been a lot of work, but it has. I mean, I'm not regretting it. It's just been taking a lot longer. The writing took a lot longer. It is 300 pages, so it is a pretty good sized book. Like the Sabella series was anywhere from 150 to 170. Secrets Told was 230, I think. So this is 300 pages, 58 chapters. But you'll be happy to know they are short chapters. I am a huge fan of short chapters. I know Elaine Sapp is. And I tend to write books how I like to read them. Hopefully you're a fan of short chapters. These are short chapters. I like short chapters. It just gets me into the book more. A long chapter, you've really got to keep me engaged. If a chapter goes beyond, I'm going to say 8 pages, you really have to pull me in and keep me engaged. So for me, I love short chapters. I do. This is 58 chapters, 300 pages, and all the chapters are short, except for I think maybe two. There are two that do go on for about 6 or 7 chapters. And I wish I had a book to show you. But of course, it's still in the works. It's still going through the last stages of editing. Lulu has done a fantastic job. Thank you, Lulu, my editor. She's done a great job. I always do a final read when I upload it to ebooks, because paragraphs can get broken, dialogue can get broken. And that's what I'm doing right now. Even though I have sent out just about an hour ago, I did send out the ebooks to my ARC readers. And if you're here and you're an ARC reader, you should have it now. If you don't, do let me know. It takes sometimes. Let me try that again. Can sometimes take up to an hour to show in your inbox. But because I'm still doing the read through, I think I'm on chapter 17 or 18. You might find some broken paragraphs, some broken dialogue, but that will be fixed when I get to that chapter. So if you want to point it out to me, go ahead. But I am doing a read through. I just want to give you a heads up that you might find some disorientation in the ebook because I'm still fixing things. But a lot of times there's not a lot of distortion, but it still needs to find a read through. I'm having a hard time talking today. All right. I think I'm out of practice of doing my solo chats here. Carol says she loves short chapters too, and Elaine got hers. So enjoy, Elaine. I hope it is worth the wait, and that you enjoy it. I have to say, I really enjoyed writing this book, even though it did take a lot longer to write than Secrets Told and the other books. When I wrote Secrets Told, I had bragged to you all that I was proud of myself for writing a standalone. And I believe that The Secrets Told was going to be a standalone. But you know me, I do not plan anything when it comes to my writing, whether it be the story, whether it's a series or a standalone. And this has happened in all of my books. Secrets Told, when I started writing the next book, I said, okay, I'll do a secret series, but they all can be standalones. And that was the plan when I started writing A Daughter's Secret. As you all know, I continued to write this book, and the title for A Daughter's Secret came to me immediately. When I started writing chapter 1, by the end of chapter 1, I had the title. That has never happened before. Normally, when I write a book, and I kind of fill you in the process that if sometimes I need help with a chapter, or I don't have a chapter yet, sometimes it doesn't come to me until 2/3 of the way through the book. But by the end of chapter 1, and these are short chapters, getting to know Molly, I knew right away the title of this book was A Daughter's Secret. How it was going to unfold, or what Molly's secret was, I knew that Molly, of course, being the protagonist, because the book always starts, when I write, with the protagonist. I didn't know what Molly's secret was, so of course I was anxious to find out. But I'm going to say about 2/3 of the way into the book, Patricia Levenix shows up. And we all know that Patricia Levenix is in Secrets Told. I was totally blown away. And I did go into the group and tell you that, she showed up. I was blown away. I was not expecting her to show up at all in this book. And I liked how she showed up in this book. Of course, I'm not going to tell you how or why. That's given away because it's 2/3 of the way into the book. And of course, Bryce and the daughters, they all show up. And I love that you guys are going to be able to catch up with Patricia. Because when I ended Secrets Told, I figured that was it. Now we get to know Molly. Stacy is another character in this book, and also Caroline. So when Patricia showed up, I was not only blown away, but thrilled. Because now you're going to be able to catch up with Patricia and see what she's been doing since the end of Secrets Told. I will tell you that it's been 3 years. A Daughter's Secret takes place 3 years after Patricia's story. And I really don't want to say too much about Patricia in case you haven't read Secrets Told, but the end of her story, it's 3 years later. But the fact that she showed up in the book now makes it a series, even though you can still read these a standalone. You can read A Daughter's Secret before reading The Secrets Told. If you want to hear more of Patricia's story, then of course you can want to go back and read Secrets Told or read it before. But I do like the fact that she showed up in the book, totally blew me away. And it's one of the reasons why I don't plot my books. Because if I plot my books, then she probably wouldn't have shown up because it wasn't grafted into my plot. So I love writing as a pantser and just letting the characters lead the way and just showing up whenever they feel like it. So that's what happened in this book. It's a nice surprise. It was a total nice surprise. It won't be too much surprise for you because I've just told you. Um, Renee says, I'm going to go through the comments. I love chatting with you guys. I love when characters from other books show up. Yeah, I just really enjoyed the fact that she showed up in this book. And I'm not going to say too much more about Patricia. Hopefully, when you read the book, you'll see why. My thing just paused. Hold on a second. But getting back to the book, who's it? Oh, Diane Robinson's here. Hey, Diane. Hell, I've been missing a lot of the lives and not have been busy, but love you all. Hey, I'm glad you popped in to say hello. This is a solo chat with me. Anyways, back to A Daughter's Secret. It is now available on pre-order. I just have not had time to post any links for it. That's my next mission. Probably after this live chat, I will go ahead and start popping up some pre-order posts. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to put a pre-order post on my author page for probably, I want to say, for the next 3 days. And if you could share this, you're going to be entered into a $5 Amazon gift card. I'm going to leave it up for 3 days. I want to, of course, push my books out there. And I love that you support my work. It's going to be available on Amazon. In fact, it is available on Amazon as an ebook, pre-order. And I always put my pre-orders on special for $1.99. And it will be on pre-order until July 25th. July 25th, the book goes live. Yay, which is just over a month away. And the paperback will be available then. I cannot promise that I can get the paperback on pre-order before the release date because I'm still going through the read-throughs. And that, might take me another week. I don't know. It depends on my time frame. But I have to have everything perfect for the paperback because once that paperback is submitted, I really can't change it without paying a substantial, ridiculous amount of correction fees on Ingram. So anyways, but the ebook is available now for $1.99 on release day of July, what did I say, 25th? I'm getting used to the release date. It's new to me. July 25th, it will go to its regular price of $4.99. So right now, the pre-order is $1.99, or $3 off. It'll automatically drop into your device, whether it be Kindle, whatever ebooks you read on. And if you don't have a Kindle, you can get the Kindle app for free and just read your book through that. So that's another way if you don't have a Kindle, but it's $1.99. I am going to post probably after this live. And on there will be, a thing about if you share this, tag me, and I'll enter you into the $5 Amazon gift card giveaway for sharing. The more you share, the more entries you will have. That's my little plug for this book. Of course, I'm going to be talking about this book a lot up until July 25th. And I'm also going to be planning to do some group hops. What I do for every time I do a release, I'm going to go to my favorite groups and do a live like I'm doing now, read some excerpts, do some giveaways. I like to give away paperbacks up to the release date. I'm not sure how many I'm going to be giving away yet. But each time I do a hop in another group, that's when you'll have a chance to win. And I'll also be doing giveaways in my group. And of course, on publication day, July 25th, I will kidnap my group, hijack my group, and we'll have a party to celebrate and have more giveaways. I want to just scroll real quick and see who else is here. Lori is here. Hey, Lori, good to see you. Let me go down a little bit more. I want to read this one from Elaine. I agree with Renee in reading Alicia Child's books, new series. She's done this. Absolutely love it. I still have to read Lisa Child's books. I will get around to it. That's the thing, that bugs me sometimes is my reading time is this. And I really wish I had more reading time. But I do read, but not as much as I'd like to. Yes, I'd love to share with you. Thank you so much. Janet says, love reading a series. Oh, good, because this one is turning out to be. And the funny thing is, I'm not going to talk much about this because this moment up until July 25th is all about A Daughter's Secret. That's what you're going to be hearing me talking about. And I'm going to give you as much as background information that I can and little insights to the book. But I already know where the next book is going. And believe it or not, I have a title. But I'm going to hold off on telling you any of that because I don't want you to get confused with each book. But I already know where the next book is going and the title. So I'm excited about that. When I'll start writing it, I don't know yet. We got to deal with this release first. But I'm already excited about the next book. And that normally doesn't happen. Usually I struggle for the next book or wait for a character to talk to me or struggle with the title. But the character of the next book is already in my head. I already have the title, so I can't wait to see. I don't know what the secret is, but I do know who's holding it. So that's exciting. Let me see. I'm going to scroll down. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Elaine. I like this. I like this. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And then we have Jana. I love print copies, so I'll definitely order for you when it. Thank you so much. I do appreciate your support. It is going to go on my website too, tinahogangrant.com, and of course, I will post all this. And I always like to say when it's available on my website versus Amazon. On my website, you will get it signed. On Amazon, I can't sign it because I don't touch the book. But on my website, you will get it signed, and you will get a signed bookmark. And I usually throw in some like bookworm stickies and always a pack of tea. I just associate reading a book with a pack of tea. So I will post it, and it will more than likely go on the same day. The price will probably be the same. If I can get it a little lower on my website, I will, but I can't promise that. But you will get the extra goodies. So keep that in mind when you're ready to order a print. I will post it, of course, on the group and on my author page that is on my website, and you will get it directly from me signed. So keep that in mind when the paperbacks are available. Not yet. I wish it was. Carol says she loves signed booked. Renee, it'll be fun. I love release day celebrations. All right, back to the book. Thank you again for being here. I'm super excited about this book. I might have lost track. I think it is book number 17, and that includes Davin, the ebook for the Sabella series. I am not sure. Oh, I'm totally going off track right now, but I'm going to do it anyways. I've started, if you happen to be on TikTok, I have started another page on TikTok just for the Sabella series. The only thing I'm going to be promoting on there is the Sabella series because my page that I have now is all over the place. And I want just a page dedicated to the Sabella series. So whether I have something on sale or special offers or new formats and new videos for the Sabella series, it goes right to the Sabella series page. You can find it under the Sabella series. That's the user's name for the page. And it's brand new. So there's not many followers there. But if you're on TikTok and want to follow the Sabella series, that's where you're going to find it. I'm not going to be posting anything about the Sabella series on my regular TikTok page because it just gets to be too confusing for me and also for the algorithms of TikTok. When you start posting one thing and then go to another thing. So I'm trying to keep the algorithms in one place for the Sabella series. And that's going to be on the Sabella series own page. But it just came to my head. I just opened the page a couple of days ago. So if you're on TikTok, give it some love because it needs it. It's a brand new page. Where was I? Okay, back to the book. Let me see. I'm just scrolling down the comments real quick. Oh, Renee says, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I prefer orders on my website. And the reason why, I'm not telling you where to buy your books. It's totally up to you. But for me, I like it on my website because then I get to keep all the royalties. Amazon doesn't get its share. So especially, I don't have ebooks on my website. And the reason is because my books are in KU. I'm going to be posting links to my KU books on Amazon, but you can't buy the books directly in ebook format on my website because I'm in Kindle Unlimited, and that makes me exclusive to Amazon. So I can't say buy my ebook from me because no, I have to be exclusive. So when I do put the ebooks on Amazon, on my website, the link would take you back to Amazon for the ebook. So that's why right now it's just paperbacks, but eventually I want to give readers a choice. It's just finding the time to do all this stuff. But right now, all paperbacks are on my website. Like I said, you buy from me, you get it signed, the bookmark, etc. And Amazon doesn't get the royalties. So that's, all I have to pay for is my print costs. So keep that in mind when you want a signed book or a paperback. Elaine says, okay, I own all of your books. I'll need this one. Also, each one is autographed as well. Got to keep my collection going. You're the only author I have that I have every single book you think I've ever. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. So thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Okay, so A Daughter's Secret. Uh, I'm up for paperbacks. Amazon. Okay, for hubby. Got it. Okay, back to the book. Okay, so I got to get these titles straight. A Daughter's Secret comes out July 25th. I'm going to read to you in a little bit an excerpt. I wish I had the blurb in front of me. I messed up and didn't have it in front of me. I wonder if I can get to it without messing up my computer. Because I would like to read the blurb to you. I'm trying to think how I could do that. Shoot. How can I do that? Let me think about it while I'm talking to you. Anyways, I started writing this book in I can't even remember when I started writing this book. I think maybe August or September. No, it was right before the holidays. So I'm going to say around October, November. I started writing it. We're now into June. So it takes my 8 or 9 months to write the book. Not too bad. But by the time it gets released, in July, it'll be just under a year since Secrets Told was published. So that's that. For me, I usually like to kick out 2 books a year. So this has only been 1 book in 1 year. That's okay. So at least I got it under the year mark. So I'm pleased with that. Lloyd just said it was on my phone. I have my phone in my hand to see if I can find it. You know what, Elaine? I'm going to ask you a huge favor because I cannot scroll through my phone and look for it, but I know I text you the blurb. Can you copy and paste that and text it back to me? Because that way it'll show up right on my phone without me scrolling through our conversation about like a week ago. If you can do that, let me know. And then once I get it in my text, I will read you. I thought I printed it out, but I messed up and did not. But I would like to read you the blurb before I read you an excerpt from the book. So I'm hoping that Elaine is still here and heard me. And she's going to text that to me because I did send her a copy of the blurb like a week ago. So I'm going to wait for that. Anyway, the book starts off with Molly, the protagonist. She lives in Round Rock, Texas, a state I've never been to. Round Rock, I've never been to. And I love it when a book takes me to places I've never been. This place takes me to Round Rock, Texas. I didn't do that. A plate just fell by itself. Oh, well. Anyways, what was I going to say? Takes place in Round Rock, Texas. I've never been to Texas. Then it also takes you to Montana and a small mountain community an hour out of Billings, Montana, called Riverbanks. Now, Riverbanks is a fictitious town, but it is based upon the town called Red Lodge in Montana, which is also a small mountain community. It's actually a ski resort. And it sounds beautiful. I did some research on Red Lodge, but it didn't have all the amenities that I wanted for this book. So I decided to come up with Riverbanks. So don't go looking for Riverbanks in Montana because it doesn't exist. But it sounds beautiful. But it is based on Red Lodge. And of course, it's a small mountain town. It is on the banks of the Yellowstone River, hence the name Riverbanks. Molly is on a journey to claim the life she feels she was denied. And you will discover that life or the life she feels is denied as you read the book. I will tell you that she tragically lost her parents in a house fire when she was, I gotta get these, I think she was 26 3 years ago. She's 29 now. And so this book takes her on a journey of self-discovery to Montana, a very small town, but secrets, of course, are unfolded, and um, very surprising, a very surprising secret from another character, which I'm not going to say, really, really blew me away. And that is unfolded in this book. And of course, there's a chance of romance with Molly, but because of this quest that she is on to claim this life that she feels she's denied, it puts this new romance on fragile grounds. So the question is, will this romance survive it? It's a book that I feel sends a very strong message of um, be true to yourself. Just be true to yourself and live for yourself, and don't live for anybody else. This is a message that I can relate to very much with my life story in Reckless Beginnings. And that book did pop up a lot, not a lot, did pop up frequently. Well, yeah, quite a few times in this book with some of Molly's actions. So that is kind of the premises of the book. I'm going to see if Elaine was able to text. I'd like to read you the. I don't think she did. Why did I not print out the what do you call it? The blurb? Because I'd like to read it. I wonder if I can get to it on my computer. Debbie says she would love to see Yellowstone. Yeah, me too. So anyway, it is a book about self-discovery. It's an emotional read. Molly is 29. Her best friend Stacy, another strong character in the book, is also 29. And then there's Caroline. Caroline is in her, I think, late 40s. Elaine says she's still looking because we did chat a lot. Okay, Elaine, I get it. No worries. No, I'm scrolling too as I'm talking to you. I want to see if I can just get to it without. I wonder if I screw up my live though. If I go to a folder, I don't know if I can do that. Shall I try? I'm gonna try. Can you? I'm gonna try. Hold on 1 second. Did I disappear when I went off the screen? Let me know if you saw me. Oh, I got it. All right. She put it up in the comments. Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna read it to you from here. Molly has kept her secret buried for over a decade, a painful truth that shadowed every choice she made and left her believing she was denied the life she was meant to live. 3 years after a house fire tragically claimed her parents, Molly. Oh, it just went away. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm messing up here. It just went away. Hold on, I'll get it. This is all new. I've never done this way before. Okay, I got it right up here. Let me try it again. Molly has kept a secret buried for over a decade, a painful truth that shadowed every choice she made and left her believing she was denied the life she was meant to live. 3 years after a house fire tragically claimed her parents, Molly can no longer ignore the questions that have haunted her. Her search for answers leads her to Riverbanks, a secluded mountain town in Montana, far from her suburban Texas roots. There, Molly finds more than just clues to her past. She discovers a community full of quiet strength, hidden stories, and one unexpected connection that begins to thaw her guarded heart. But the truth has consequences, and revealing hers might not only shatter the fragile peace she's found, it could also destroy the one chance she has at love and belonging. Can Molly finally embrace the life waiting for her in Riverbanks? Or will the truth she's carried all these years be the very thing that tears it all apart? Thank you so much, Elaine, for posting that. I wanted to read that before I read the excerpt. But what I liked about this book is, like all my other books, is that I had no idea where the story was going. Molly, of course, popped up first. She is a protagonist, and within the same chapter, or maybe the second chapter, Stacy pops up. And I had such a joy getting to know Molly and Stacy. They are good friends. I can tell that from the beginning of the book. They're very good friends, the same age, and the friendship is very strong. And it is also threatened in the book. And I'm not going to say how. I don't want to give away too much. But I love getting to know new characters when I start a new book, and I hope to see these characters in the next book. And I have a feeling they're going to show up. I really do. I have a feeling that characters from Secrets Told and from A Daughter's Secret will show up in the next book. I'm anxious to write the next book already, even though I just started talking about this book. But I love how this book ended. All of my books are happy ending. I have to tell you that. You do know that. And then of course, as you remember in the group, we have Roxy, the cat. I love Roxy's story. And the reader that suggested that name, I had a contest in the group to name the cat. And unfortunately, I was not prepared for this chat at all. But the reader that nominated that cat's name and got the group's vote is going to get a signed copy of the book when I have them printed, and also acknowledged in the book for suggesting the cat's name. But Roxy, I love this cat. She is a good part of this book. You'll meet Roxy in the book. And some other characters, let me see, there's Gus. I'm not going to say who they are, but I will mention some names. Gus is a strong character in this book. Then we have Doug. Doug is another one you're going to meet in this book. And then we have, let me think. Oh, Lucy. Lucy is another one. So these are some characters, new characters you're going to meet in the book. And I'm hoping that they will show up in the next book. Elaine says, that's my nickname. Which one? What's the nickname? You have to tell me, Elaine. And let me see what this one says. Sounds like a really good book. Thank you. I'm looking at the time. We're doing good for time. What I am going to do, because they are short chapters, I'm going to read you chapter 1 and 2. And it kind of introduces you to Molly. And I believe Stacy. Debbie says, I need to read this book. It sounds interesting. Thank you so much. And I will get better at describing this book as I do more posts and more lives about it. When you start promoting and talking about a new book, you have to kind of, get into the mode of describing your book and the insights of the book. After, writing it, then you have to start talking about it. So I'm still learning how to talk about the next book. Oh, Roxanne. Okay, gotcha. Roxy, Roxanne. Let's see. Laurie says, your characters tend to follow in other books. They do. I have yet to learn how to write a standalone. I thought I did it with Secrets Told, but I guess not. And if you have any questions about the book, feel free to ask any questions about the book that you might want to know, anything about the background of the book, characters of the book, anything you want to know about the book. I will try and answer them. Like I said, this is my first time talking about the book other than what I've been doing when it comes to writing the book. All right, so why don't I, first of all, have something to drink, read chapter 1 and 2 to you. They are short chapters. That's something I like when I read a book. I'm trying to hide a character here. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to clean up my screen first. I went out of it and then I came back in. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Oh, Renee's here. Hey, Raina. How you doing? Good to see you. I did send out the art copies today, Raina. So if you should have your copy. If you didn't get it, let me know. I want to thank my review team again, too, for always taking time to read my books and taking time to review them. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. And for sharing them with your reader friends and in other book groups. I appreciate it so much. On that note, let's dive in and read to you. I think I did read to you a while back the very first rough draft of A Daughter's Secret, Chapter 1, when I was writing it. So this is the first time I'm reading it, a polished edition. It's pretty much cleaned up. I just got to make sure there's no breakage in the ebooks as far as the formatting goes. I got a drink. Hold on. Oh, Dana's here. Hi, Dana. She received the book. And Raina did too. All right. So I'm going to read chapter. Now, I did think ahead and put it in find it on my thing, but of course it wants my bloody password. I get so tired of passwords on every device and every place I go that they want my password. And this print is super small. All right, I'll do the best I can. All right, so I'm going to read you. Bloody hell. My God, where's my glasses? All right. I'm going to read to you chapter 1 and 2. This is A Daughter's Secret. First time I've actually read the polished drafts anywhere. So you are the first to hear this. So hopefully you enjoy it. And I might be reading some other excerpts later on in the book in the other groups when I do a group hop for working up to the release. So look out for those. But of course I will be reading chapters 1 and 2 in other groups too, but I will try and find some other excerpts later in the book, so you're not keep hearing me repeatedly read the same chapters. Okay, so this is chapter 1. I got to focus my eyes. Hold on. Okay. Molly stared at the screen of her laptop, her hands shaking as she hovered the cursor over the submit button. She shook her head vigorously, tossing her long, straight black hair away from her shoulders, allowing her neck, moist from sweat, to breathe. She rubbed her brow. It, too, was moist. Just do it, she told herself, still hovering over the submit button on the screen, wiping the wet palm of her other hand on her gray sweatpants. This was the third time she filled out the same application in the last month, each time exiting the site before submitting the form, but not this time. Third time's a charm, right? She said aloud, her voice firm, eyes fixed on the screen. Molly shifted in her seat, pulling the neck of her white T-shirt away from her neck to ease the strangling feeling, uncrossing her legs and removing her reading glasses. She looked out the kitchen window next to the small table where she sat in her one-bedroom apartment. The sky had darkened since she first sat down to once again try and complete the daunting task before her. She saw only shadows of the rooftops of the adjoining two-story apartments. The familiar sounds of dogs barking and children playing began to emerge now that the temperatures had begun to cool from a scorching 105 degrees for most of the day to a more tolerant 7 degrees. Cooped up all day in their air-conditioned apartments in Round Rock, Texas, children and pets were now able to expend their energy and enjoy the cooler evenings. Staring out the window, she watched as 2 Jack Russells chased a young boy through one of the courtyards of the apartment buildings. Molly giggled. It was a regular scene every night, brightening up her lonely days while working from home as an event coordinator for trade shows. It was a temporary job that paid the bills as well as a stepping stone for her bigger plans of leaving Texas, where she spent all 29 years of her life. There are too many memories here, many not good ones. She was still young enough to start fresh with a clean slate, in a new state, where no one knew her, no ties, no family, and no friends. The one person she considered a friend was her neighbor Stacy in the adjoining apartment. They moved into the building on the same day, 3 years ago, striking the conversation as they unpacked their cars in the parking lot. Both are thankful their apartments came furnished and were able to fit all their worldly possessions in their cars. They were the same age, 29, and the friendship immediately blossomed. Molly had been planning to leave Texas for the past 3 years, ever since she was forced to leave home and face the world alone after losing both her parents in a house fire. She wasn't home when the fire broke out. Her father had fallen asleep smoking a cigarette in bed, her mother asleep next to him. They both perished in the fire, and Molly, who had recently moved back home after a breakup, returned home late that night after dinner with friends to find the family home burnt to the ground. Surprisingly, Ted, their landlord of 24 years, showed nothing but compassion for Molly as she ran from her car screaming for her parents, blinded by the flashing light of the many fire trucks and choking on the intense smoke filling the air. Molly's tears and agonizing screams brought her to her knees. She watched in horror as the firefighters dispersed gallons of water on the remaining burnt ruins of her childhood home. There was nothing left. It was now just a pile of smoldering ashes. Ted rushed to her side and knelt beside her. Taking her in his arms, he held her tight, allowing her painful tears to fall. Molly clung to his shirt, grasping the material in her clenched fist and saturating it with her tears. "What happened?" she cried, her voice shaking. Ted continued to hold her tight, her head pressed hard against his chest. "We don't know yet." Molly pushed back her tears and sniffed hard so she could speak. "And Mom and Dad?" Ted slowly shook his head, tears welling up in his eyes. He wasn't one to show emotions, but his heart was breaking for Molly, who was just 26 on the night of the tragedy, and Stan and Fiona's only child. I'm afraid they didn't make it. I'm so sorry, Molly. Molly screamed, no, oh my God, please, God, no. She pushed away from Ted, stood up and screamed for them again, Mom, Dad. Ted quickly stood and pulled her into his arms again. Molly, they're gone. I'm taking you to my house. My wife has set you up in our spare room, and you can stay as long as you need to. Molly managed to compose herself and looked up at Ted. And what about this house? It's your house. And it's gone. I'm so sorry. It's okay. I have good insurance. Don't you worry about me. It's you I'm worried about. Ted was taken back by her apology for the loss of his home. At a time where she had just lost everything, she still thought of others, and it touched him deeply. I'm not going to leave you here knowing you have nowhere to go. Doris and I are here for you, he told her. After losing everything, Molly stayed with Ted and Doris for 3 months, allowing her to save enough money to move into her own place, which is where she was now. It hadn't been easy, but she had grown stronger since the fire, even more determined to live the life she was meant to have. She remained in the same neighborhood where she grew up, just 15 minutes from where her childhood home had scorched. It was the only place she'd known, but avoided going anywhere near her old street, always taking the longer route to avoid it when she was in that part of town. Knowing Ted and Doris were close by also kept her in the familiar neighborhood. They were there for her during her darkest days and told her when she left that they'd always be there for her, just a phone call away. His words brought Molly comfort and a sense of security, as well as a reason why she never left Round Rock. Since moving out, she called them at least once a month, letting them know she was doing okay. Every holiday since the horrific fire was spent with Ted and Doris and their family. But now she was planning another move. It would be life-changing for her. But the hardest part would be saying goodbye to Stacy, Ted, and Doris. Stacy had been the only person Molly had confided in and shared her plans with. She didn't know how to tell Ted and Doris and wasn't sure she ever would. Stacy understood why Molly's life now revolved around planning the life-changing move, but feared it might destroy her if the outcome did not live up to her hopes and dreams. Molly's apartment had served its purpose of solitude, allowing her to pave her way to a future. Even though the neighborhood wasn't the greatest and the only views were other apartment buildings and a strip mall, the rent was cheap, allowing Molly to save money for her move and start her new life. After 3 years of intense research, numerous phone calls, emails, and countless pages of notes, the application had fallen into her lap, and Molly believed it would provide many answers for her research and finally bring her happiness. So why was she so damn afraid to act and submit the form? Molly wondered. Putting her glasses back on and returning her focus to the laptop, Molly knew the answer. She was expecting only one outcome. Anything else would be heartbreaking. Would she be able to handle it if the results weren't what she hoped for? Molly didn't think so. Overcome with fear and anxiety of the unknown, Molly once again quickly left the website and closed her laptop. Her emotions had won again. That is chapter 1. I hope you are enjoying it. I have to moisten my throat. So let me just take a little break. I hope you're enjoying it. It's chapter 1, and I'm going to read you chapter 2. And hopefully it'll intrigue you to maybe get the book. But we'll see. Anyways, let me read chapter 2. Okay, here we go. Chapter 2. This one I've not read to anyone. I have read you chapter 1 before in the rough draft. So chapter 2 I've never read out loud anywhere. So this is the first time it's being read to anybody. So you are the first. So here we go with chapter 2. Okay. Feeling disgusted with herself, Molly immediately stood up and began pacing the small kitchen, fixing her eyes on the closed laptop. After circling the room 6 times, she marched over to the computer, opened the lid, and stared at the black screen before taking a seat at the table again. Taking a deep breath, she typed the website's domain and waited for it to load. Staying focused, determined to do the task, she quickly filled out the online form and with no hesitation, hit the submit button before she could think too hard about it. My God, I did it, she whispered, her voice shaking. There's no turning back now. She took another deep breath. Now I just have to wait for a reply. Will I ever get one? She wondered. still staring at the screen. I wonder how many applications they receive. Continued to talk to herself aloud, shocked. She'd finally done it. She tried her best to list her qualifications, expressing how much she loved reading books, planning someday to write her own. Perhaps that would give her a boost to be hired as a manager for the indie bookstore in Montana. Through her research, Molly already knew a lot about the owner, Caroline Moores. It wasn't Molly's dream job, but it would place her in the town where Caroline lived, the focus of her research. Thanks to the internet, which led to which led to many successful leads. Molly could write a book about Caroline. She knew she was 44 years old, where she was born, the school she attended, her parents, and the time she served America when she enlisted in the Army. Last year, Molly discovered she'd been married for 10 years and was the owner of the Read More Books bookstore. Now, where did I get that name for that bookstore? Read More Books Indie Bookstore. For the last 6 months, Molly had been trying to figure out a plan to meet her in person, traveling all the way to Montana to pose as a customer in a bookstore with a possible chance of a one-time encounter with Caroline would be expensive and not guaranteed. What if she wasn't in the store that day or out of town for her entire trip? It was an expense she couldn't afford, which would include airfare and accommodations. But as she continued to research, she discovered Caroline was looking for a store manager. Molly couldn't believe her luck. It was the answer to all of her questions and simplified everything. She'd be a fool not to apply. Molly believed it was meant to be and assumed her chances of being hired were pretty good. After staring at the screen for a few minutes, numb from finally completing the application, Molly reached for her cell phone and called Stacy. After 3 rings, she heard Stacy's perky voice. "Hey, Molly, how's it going?" "I did it." There was a pause. "Did what?" "I filled out the job application and actually sent it in. It's done, Stacy. I did it." "You did? Oh, my God. Congratulations. I didn't think you ever would. Now what happens?" Molly shrugged her shoulders. "I'm not sure. I guess wait for an email. I just have to tell someone, and you're the only person that knows about this." "I'm glad you told me. You know you can talk to me about everything. I've told you that." Stacy took in a deep breath and exhaled. "Now you must tell me when you've heard back from them. You can't leave me hanging, okay?" Molly chuckled, feeling more relaxed after telling Stacy. "I won't." "That would be pretty mean of me, don't you think?" "I'll say," Stacy laughed. "Hey, I'm all by myself tonight. Doug's not coming over. He's working the night shift again. Do you want me to come over to your place with a bottle of wine and we can celebrate? We can hang out, watch Netflix, and get drunk." Stacy laughed. "Sounds good to me. Just come on in. The door will be open." "I'll be there in 10 minutes. I need to feed Henry," Stacy replied. "I'm already 10 minutes late, and his inner clock has him wired. He won't leave me alone," she giggled. "How is that little pug doing?" "When I think of getting a dog, I just come visit you and Henry," Molly joked. "He satisfied my needs when I think I want a dog." "You should get one," Stacy urged. Molly shook her head in protest. "No, I can't. I need to focus on the most important mission of my life. I can't have any distractions. You know that." "I know, but a dog will be a good companion for you." "Stacy, you always worry because I'm alone. I've lost count how many times you've had this conversation. It's my choice. There'll be plenty of times for boyfriends and dogs," Molly told her, chuckling. "Now go feed Henry. I'll see you in a bit." Stacy laughed. "I think you're the smart one between us. I'm loving these night shifts Doug's are getting. This is his 3rd time this week. Don't get me wrong, I love him and all, but it's nice to have some me time." "Why all the night shifts all of a sudden?" Molly asked. "They've had several break-ins at the car dealer, so they've increased the security at night. Anyway, let me go feed Henry, and I'll be right there." "Okay, I'll see you soon." There you go. That is chapter 2. So I hope you enjoyed it. I can't give you any more. I would love to sit here and read you some more chapters, but I can't. So I hope that intrigues you. I hope I've sparked an interest in the book for you. Like I said, it's been a fun book to read. I really enjoy it, and I will be planning some takeovers in some groups, some live reads, a party in my group. And I want to thank, of course, my ARC readers that now have the books in their hands. And I hope that you enjoy it. As you know, you can't leave any reviews on Amazon till the book goes live. But BookBub and Goodreads you can, and Barnes & Noble link will be available once I have the print copy done. I just got to read the final copies. Off topic, other things that are going on is that we have a party this weekend in my group. I want to read some comments. I'm sorry, but I'm going to put up some comments. for my book. I like this. I love it. We will find out more very soon. Thank you, Renee. And Laurie says, this sounds great. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Jeanette says, thank you. I can't wait. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Every time I release a book or get ready to release a book, the feeling is always the same. And I say this over and over again every time I release a book. It's exciting. It's a new thing to talk about. Not that I don't enjoy talking about all of my books, but it's just another conversation that is going to grow and get new, and a new plot line, new characters. The whole thing is exciting and new. So I absolutely love this time of introducing you to a new book. And I'm excited. I just love how this book unfolded. I really do, and I hope you feel the same way. Thank you for reading. You are welcome. Oh, Dana started it already. Yay, Dana! I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much. Now where was I? Oh, we have a party this weekend in our group. Read More Books. Can you believe the group is going to be turning 6 years old? I cannot believe it's been 6 years since I started this group, Read More Books. And I do know that some of you here have been in this group since day one. I'm curious. If you're here and you've been in the group since day one, I'd like to know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if you've been here since day one. So you have seen how the group has grown, the new things that we've added to the group, me and Karen, my administrator, who is fabulous, by the way. If it wasn't for her, that group would fall apart. She has been amazing. As you know, I'm not in the group much during the day. I just can't be. I'd love to be. I try and catch up during the night. And it is not, for me, it is a community. Yes, we talk about books, but it's also things that I like and enjoy. And of course, many of you do too. It's also a book where you can do jigsaw puzzles, word puzzles, funny videos. It's a mixture of things, but me being the creator, it's under my name, but I do talk about books. We support other authors, but it's not just a group that promotes me. For me, it's a community where I get to know readers, including yourselves, get to know other authors. We find new books, find new authors. We have events like that will happen on Saturday. Most of my promotion is on my author page. But of course, when I have a new book coming out, like now, you're going to be seeing a lot of me doing that stuff in the group too. But throughout the year, the rest of the year, it's just a fun place to hang out. It's not somewhere where I'm going to try and push you to buy this, buy that, buy that. That's not what the group is for. It is just a fun community where and it's a happy community. I don't see any sour grapes. I won't call it sour grapes, but any bad posts or any arguments in the group. It's a happy place to be. So yeah, I love the group. We are almost at 7,000 members. No, I'm sorry, 5,700 members, which is fantastic. It's fabulous. Dana says she's not sure how long she's been in the group. Janet, welcome. She's been there about a year. And then we have I had another one here. There it is. Oh, they keep moving. Okay, here's one. New authors, and we get to know other members. We're family. Exactly, Renee. We are family. And it's a very comfortable place to be. I don't threaten. The only thing I ask in my group is that you don't talk politics. That's it. There's enough of that, I'm going to say crap, outside the group. That's something I won't get involved in, and I have no opinions on it, and it's neutral. And that's one thing that won't get you banned from the group, but it will get you suspended if you start bringing up politics in the group. That's something that, I won't ban you, but you'll get suspended. But if you continue to do it, and none of you have, and none of you will. But for any new members, that's one thing we don't have in the group. There's just too much conflict as far as that is, sadly, today. You are welcome. Same with us, Lori. Shanae says, thank you for having this amazing group. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But anyway, thank you, Debbie. I'm glad you are enjoying it. Back to the party. It is on Sunday. I think it's Sunday. Oh, gosh. It is Sunday. It has to be Sunday because tomorrow I'm not around. It better be Sunday. 22nd. Yes, it's on Sunday. Good Lord, that'd be awful if it was tomorrow. Well, it wouldn't be. I'd just be working from my cell phone. But anyways, the party is Sunday. It's an all-day event. I always put an early post before I go to bed because I'm 3 hours behind you. And it's just welcoming everybody to the party. and the authors that are going to be there. The authors will be posting throughout the day. I really don't know how many authors we have. We have a lot of authors joining us, and I appreciate these authors coming in and celebrating 6 years of Read More Books. And how do you like that? That's the name of the indie bookstore in the book. Read More Books. I had to put that in there. I mean, how could I not? But that is the name of the bookstore in A Daughter's Secret. Read More Books. But anyways, there's going to be giveaways throughout the day and games. All the posts will be giveaways. And as you know, I always ask that if you are a winner, good luck to you all, by the way. But if you are a winner, that you please, once you received your prize, that you come in to the group. And if you're able to, post a picture of your prize and tag the author. And of course, leave a review after you have read the book. This is, a lot. This is why we do these giveaways, why we do these events. It allows the authors to discover new readers, the readers to discover new books. And hopefully, you find new readers that you enjoy their books. And reviews do matter to authors, as you all know. They matter to readers too. So it's an all-day event. I will be there posting too, of course, because I am the host and it is my group. It's our group. I don't like the word my group. It's our group. But you guessed it. I will be giving away some copies of A Daughter's Secret. I almost said A Secret's Told. I have to get these titles straight in my head. I will be doing giving away some copies of A Daughter's Secret, but you won't be receiving them until I have print copies, and that's going to be at least a month's wait. So I just want to give you a heads up on that. But there'll also be other giveaways of my other books. I don't forget about my other books when I have a new book coming out. So yes, it's going to be a lot of fun, an all-day event, and the giveaways will close at the end of the night, and I always say midnight my time, which is probably 3:00 at some of your time. So, pop in, be interactive, enter some giveaways. I wish you all a lot of luck and find new books, meet new authors. It's going to be a lot of fun. I just can't believe it's been 6 years. The other thing that is going on is I told you that this book is available on pre-order. This book, A Daughter's Secret, $1.99 special. I have not posted any links yet. That's my next mission after this chat. I will do a giveaway for 3 days if you share my giveaway post on my author page, because you can't share from the group. You'll be entered. And then Monday is my cuppa and a nada. I do that twice a month. I absolutely love doing these chats. Again, it's another way that we can meet authors, support authors, find new books. And my guest on Monday is Nancy Stewart. She's a new author for me, so I'm looking forward to chatting with her. It's going to be Monday at 5:00. There's always giveaways on my chats. That is the 23rd. So that I'm getting my dates right. Amazing. Lori, how about that? I'm getting my dates right. So Monday, June 23rd. Make sure you join us for the live chat, 5:00 Pacific Standard Time. And I think that is about it. We're at the hour. It's 3:00. I hope that you enjoy the live read. I hope that inspires you. It gives you sparks an interest in the book. And I hope when I get my group hops scheduled, that you come follow me and you'll have a chance at winning a signed copy in every group hop I do. I'm excited about the new book. I can't wait to bring it to you. It's been a long time to get this book together, and I hope that it's worth the wait. Usually I don't like my readers to wait almost a year in between books, but I have to blame it on Jack too. Remember? I got Jack in January. Was it January? A 6-week-old puppy that I couldn't leave alone for a second. And yes, Jack, you did interrupt my writing time. I do have to blame it on Jack. Now he's a year old. He's still got that puppy energy, but he's mellowed out a lot, and I can actually do writing at the table, and he would lay by my feet. So he's growing up into a beautiful, wonderful dog. He was just mischievous, and but we love him. He's a beautiful dog. Anyways, I'm gonna sign off. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the group, and thank you again, ARC readers, if you're here. I hope you enjoy the group, the book, and look for my post probably within the next, I'm gonna say, hour. I can't promise you though. For the giveaway to share my pre-order. So have a great day, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you.